And yes, maybe I did go to Comic-Con, but most of the money after that went to towing. I shouldn't have to explain myself.
If you guys are gonna comment, at least comment something that I can laugh at, because all these comments are starting to get really boring. I sound like I'm crying? Is that what I saw a comment say? That's funny.
I think they're talking about me.
How's it going, everybody? Today we got another Tophiachu video. Who would have guessed? But surprisingly, I mean, I don't even know if it's a surprise at this point, Tophiachu isn't the main character of this story. It's actually Brotherchu, because as you guys know, each and every one in the Chu crew is a lolcow in their own right. And Brotherchu, he's no exception, because as you're going to learn throughout this video, he is exactly like Tophiachu. And surprisingly, I can't believe I'm saying this, he seems like the smarter version of her. He goes to work, he has experience with real people still, so he's got like some kind of social cues, so when it comes to him being online, he'll make a lot more sense than Tophiachu does. But he's still a Chu, and he just can't help himself from being ridiculous. And what happened this time is, he broke up with one of his girlfriends. In fact, we've been hearing Tophiachu talk about her a little bit throughout the videos. It's just, I had no idea that's who Tophiachu was referring to, one of Brotherchu's ex-girlfriends. In fact, I didn't think it was that important, but little did I know, this is a big part of the lore. This ex-girlfriend who Brotherchu's gonna be discussing throughout this video was living with the Chu crew for a long time, up until the point they got evicted. I believe the last time they were ever living in an apartment. So she knows a lot about the Chu crew, and they've got a lot of history. So this starts out as a simple back and forth, but it just erupts into chaos. Tophiachu starts trying to sound off on this girl, and Brotherchu's like, no, back up. I'm finally in the car during a live stream. I'm gonna let these people hear a piece of my mind. So we basically have a double meltdown with some Mama Chu coughs in the background. It's an amazing video. Make sure you guys stick around to the end.
Yeah, I know she is talking about me, but she could talk about me all she wants. Like, I'm not talking about her. She loves to blame people, but not herself. Like, I get reported on TikTok all the time.
Oh, don't go into it.
Like, I don't know why I'm getting blamed for her life getting reported when I got nothing to do with that.
Don't even go into it.
Oh, that's why no one likes her in real life. She could say I got no friends, but she has no friends. That's why nobody likes her.
Don't even go in on it. It's not even worth it.
I know that, but people love to come and say shit, and it's crazy. Imagine how you're isolated.
If anybody should be going in on her, it's me. This doesn't involve you.
We both don't have friends? That's a lie. Imagine the only person that is your friend is men, because you don't have no friends. And then validating that by saying, oh, I'm getting married. Yeah, that's so cool, considering the fact that people went in my life telling me like, oh, she's engaged and you got no man. I got friends. Okay? Online, maybe not offline, but the people that converse with my brother because she wants to lie like me. So what?
You want me to stay quiet? You want me to say anything?
If you want to say something, you can. She loves to lie and sit there and say she's got friends. What was her excuse about a dirty ass room, saying, oh, she didn't have time to clean it? That's a flat out lie.
I'll do the talking. Don't even involve yourself in it, because then she'll start running her mouth about you, and it's not even worth it. I have no regrets about talking about the dumb bitch.
She goes on, she messages me and harasses me, and I don't say shit to her. Like when she said, oh, I went and pissed on your grandma's, like that. And then, like, the whole situation I brought up that one year at Comic-Con, where she said I owed her $100 after she paid for the signature. Nobody gets free money. It doesn't grow on trees. I'm not paying someone that doesn't, like, it's stupid. Especially when she bought that Xbox, being like, oh, I got an Xbox for you because yours was stolen. I wasn't going to accept it because I knew she was going to ask for it back. She does that. She does that all the time, comes back, tries to be nice with my brother, and then harasses me.
So guys, I want you to think back on all the Tophiachu live streams that we've watched, just every single one of them. And on one, in any single one of them, have you ever noticed Tophiachu having a friend or mentioning someone that she talks to besides just a random dude in passing or one of Brotherchu's friends? Because that's basically all Tophiachu has. She doesn't have real life friends either. She's got people who Brotherchu hangs out with, and she relies on them for her entertainment. Throughout this video, she's literally going to say multiple times, all of my brother friends love me. They say nothing but good things about me. When I'm around, they're like, man, I can't believe people talk so bad about you on the internet, but they think I'm a great person. And it's like, well, hopefully they continue to talk about you good behind your back, but that's not typically how people work, Tophiachu, but we'll let you keep living in your delusions. And did you notice that you can only mention Brotherchu's friends? Because just like you're accusing this girl of having no friends, you don't have any. You literally just have Mamachu and Brotherchu. That's it. In fact, it'd probably be best for you to take some of your own criticism and find some friends out in this world. It would probably help you out a whole lot mentally instead of you just screaming at your phone all day, but you know, this works for me better. And Brotherchu knew Tophia was going to make such a bad point because he knew she doesn't have any friends either. He's like, man, I'm really upset at my ex-girlfriend and I want to cook her right now. I gotta get at her. And what Tophiachu's about to bring to the table just isn't going to be it. She's just going to be getting roasted by her chat the whole time. It's not going to work out. Let the real man step up. Let Brotherchu step up to bat and take a swing at this. There was little point for Tophiachu to step away because Brotherchu's basically another version of her. It basically sounds like Tophiachu saying all this, just a little bit more intelligent, and I mean just a tad bit more. Brotherchu just seems like a step up from her. That's really all it is. The main thing we can take away from this is they all talk alike, every single one of them. I wonder who started the trends, all the catchphrases in the Chu crew. For some reason, I feel like it was Papa Chu. And with Brotherchu and Tophiachu both having to tackle this situation, you would think it's something dramatic, something huge happened behind the scenes. And what could it have been? Well, Tophiachu just ended up owing this girl $100, and you know Tophiachu's gonna beef with anybody saying she owes them money. Just the situation that she's in right now, Tophiachu isn't gonna hear that. And just, do you think Tophiachu has given anybody $100? And it's even better when you realize this all stemmed from a Comic-Con. Every single one of Tophiachu's problems come from Comic-Cons. It doesn't matter what it is. It could have happened 2 years ago. Oh, what happened? Tophiachu went to a Comic-Con, had this person sign that, and now she owes some money. Or Tophiachu went to a Comic-Con, now she owes rent money, couldn't pay it, now she's homeless. It's just a never-ending cycle. It's like people typically make bad purchases in their life, it happens, but they normally don't put themselves onto the street from doing it, and they typically don't make the same purchase over and over again to some lavish event that you really just don't even need in your life to get autographs from celebrities. That always ends up costing you big time. It's always Comic-Con that costs you these problems, Tophiachu. As you're going to say later on, your business is from the internet, and this is causing your business to suffer drastically. But is she going to avoid the next Comic-Con? No. Tophiachu is going to be over there. It's basically a family vacation at this point. I guarantee you the attendance of Comic-Cons has went way down since the Chu crew has started attending these.
I don't want her going off because it's not even worth it to her. My sister has no involvement in this shit. So this is just purely me. It's purely my involvement in it because Angie can't get it through her head. Wanted to sit there blowing me up. But since I rarely talk on these lives, I rarely do anything online with this bullshit. Because all it is just childish bullshit. And her screenshots and her lies, I don't deal with it. I'm mainly quiet and I stay the out of it. But since the bitch wants to go live on and so since she wants to drop the go on live and start talking shit about me and start talking shit about my family, then I'll get right to the point and say what the is going on. Because she wants to sit there and run her mouth and literally run her mouth. And then she wants to come outside and act like people like her. She wants to go outside and act like people want to see her as they don't. This isn't your situation, stay out of it. I just find it funny. She could watch the live, she could do whatever she wants. You guys can send this to her. I don't give. I've already messaged her on Instagram and let her know. Nobody respects her. Nobody likes her. There's 2 people there. There's a bunch of people there actually that don't like her. And then she comes around acting like she's all nice and sweet. No, she isn't. She got fired from APS. Why? Because she wanted to touch kids. She wanted to touch kids, and that's why she got fired from APS. She wants to talk about, oh, it's on site. Every time, oh, it's on site. Because she... Stay out of it.
Wait, how is it that someone that is accusing my brother of being with literally got caught multiple times, and there's actual proof that someone took from a Discord or somewhere where she admitted to talking to minors and said she didn't care?
She was in a Discord full of
talking to them and then said, I don't care that I got caught. There's proof. It's on Reddit.
And she knows it. And then she wants to sit there and all she keeps saying is, oh, he talks to a 15-year-old girl or he likes guys. The same damn thing on repeat. She can't say new shit.
She's talking about projection. She's almost.
We'll do a deep fucking dive because you know what? I still have the videos of how she left Motel 6 the minute she left.
I have photos too.
I still have all the videos, all the pictures of how filthy and goddamn dirty that room was. Mind you, a couple of months ago, back in January, she hopped on live and was talking shit about the same guy she's with now, saying that he doesn't shower, that he's stinky, that she has to force him to shower while she was in the car with me. And then she wants to sit there and say that she's back with him? Makes no damn sense. Let her go to the cops. She's sitting there defending him. Let her go to the fucking cops.
All of my brothers...
She went to the cops multiple times. That's all she ever does is go to the cops.
But yeah, we're cop callers.
She always goes to the cops.
We're cop callers.
She hasn't been outside in months. Why? Because nobody likes her and then she finally comes out.
All of my brother's friends told me, especially one of his friends said, you're good people. That's exactly what she told me. She's got no buddy. I'm not rude to anybody when I'm out there.
Don't even mind what she's saying right now because that's the image that she wants to portray to everybody else.
Man, the street racing scene is brutal. As soon as Tophiachu joins us, he's already got a beef. It's like when they pull up, apparently Brotherchu's ex-girlfriend sees him and is like, okay, I gotta jump out of this car and prove that I've got tons of friends. I'm respected around here. Tophiachu wants to be the drift queen. Not gonna happen on my watch. And it's like, who past the age of 18, maybe in the college crowd past 22, truly cares about how popular they are? It's like, okay, you get 5 or 6 friends and you hang out with them for the rest of your life. You don't screw them over. You just be cool with one another and you got something good going. The more friends you have, more likely you're going to have problems because that typically involves being in the party scenes, and trust me guys, that just typically goes wrong like every single time. I've not seen it work out for a single soul. You either get out or it just swallows you whole and you're not coming back out of it. And let's not forget to say that Brotherchu mentions his ex-girlfriend is a sicko, as King Cobra JFS would put it, and it's like, this is so fitting. This is just so hypocritical coming from both of them, because do I believe him? Heck yeah, she's Brotherchu's ex-girlfriend. Like, you gotta be pretty down low to date Brotherchu, and we all know his favorite activities is his side hustles, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. What really gets me is, as soon as something like this pops up for someone else, Brotherchu and Tophiachu are just throwing the rocks right at him. They're not gonna let him slide on this, even though me and the Leapin' Lemur made a video exposing you for this. We know this is what you get up to. You're a sicko as well. Both of you are. So it's just weird that you would be bringing this up. It's like when Cyrax does it when he's talking to Tony the Black Dragon.
That's why I'm venting out right now, because I find it funny that I can stay quiet, not say haven't messaged her in months, haven't messaged her since like January, since she wanted to come in or around Christmas time, since she wanted to come around and try to act all buddy-buddy. And then I got the evidence I needed because she wanted to come around and act all buddy-buddy. Nobody likes her. And that's the point. I can stay quiet. I don't have to say anything to anybody. I know many people in this live want me to talk. Many people in this live want me. Many of these people in this live want me to talk shit, want me to spill tea so you can go tell her exactly what the hell I'm saying. And that's perfectly fine. I'm starting not to care anymore what she finds out and what she knows. The reason why we say this is because all the evidence is in videos, pictures, and proof. Everything's in videos and pictures and proof. Everybody's seen it. Everybody's seen it in person. We don't go starting at meets because why? We're not gonna get kicked out of a meet for going over there and starting something.
I just walk around and look at the nice cars or have conversations with his friends. His friends have nothing rude to say about me because they say whatever they have to say about me is nice. They don't have anything to say rude about me.
All my friends know I'm not gonna start drama while I'm out at a meet.
Who cares if I'm living in a car? At least I'm not living with someone where I have one lifeline and then don't have nowhere to live. That's why her family wants nothing to do with her. She don't have family members to live with.
Like I said, she's not respected in any type of way, and then she tries to play it off like she has friends. And the only friends she has are the people that are online that are either talking shit with her or are just there for the tea. Those are the only friends she has.
Like the last time she went live, she only had 30 viewers. Nobody gives a she has to say.
I'll tell you this right now. You guys can hop in her live and find out for yourself. But I could tell you this, she only has below 20 viewers. And that's all that she'll ever have is a low viewer count. I laugh about it.
She mentioned me on her live earlier, and I didn't even say shit to her. And she's been messaging me and talking to herself like a dumb idiot, telling me that I owe her $100. I don't her shit.
Let me keep talking. And the thing about it is that she doesn't get no views unless she mentions us. Whether she mentions my sister, my mom, my dad, my family, that's the only way she gets views is if she mentions us. Talking about, oh, I'm a security guard. Oh, I work closely with APD. If I want to do this, I'll do this.
She's lying about being a security because she lied to the judge when we went for our restraining order and told the judge she was working with kids again, saying that she works with kids after she had that investigation and got fired from APS, and she lied to the judge. And if I had known where she worked, I would have told the judge she was lying. I didn't know. I thought she worked secure. I thought she worked with kids. She lied to the judge. She's a compulsive liar. That's all she ever does is lie.
My mom's health is fine. No, see, yeah. we're not the ones that are obsessed with Angie. Angie's obsessed with us. So if my sister says something, Angie probably had it fucking coming, and she knew she had it coming, because she wants to sit there and run her mouth. If Angie wants to be famous, we'll make her famous.
She wants to play the victim.
If she wants to be TikTok famous, we'll make her TikTok famous. I'll believe you that. All we have to do is mention Angie and she'll be TikTok famous. She'll be TikTok famous.
There's even proof on Reddit. Her co-worker came forward and said I was not lying. There's proof what she did with APS.
Did you guys hear Brotherchu at the beginning of this segment when he was like, around Christmas time, I didn't even like her, guys. I was done with her. Just what every scorned ex-boyfriend would say. He didn't like her in the first place, but she was just something to get him by for the time. But in Brotherchu's case, it's even more because he is like, I've got to discover all this girl's mysteries. Why is she so mean to my sister? And why does she keep coming around my friends? Like, I've got to figure out what's going on, so I got back with her, and I discovered just about absolutely nothing, because when he goes on to mention what happened to her at her job, where she got caught up, so rightfully so, Brotherchu fails to mention he didn't discover that. He discovers absolutely nothing. The girl's job was the one that caught her, and Brotherchu didn't even discover that she was cheating on him. Papachu did. Out of all people, Papachu just walks in on her one day, was like, oh man, she's cheating on my son. Goes to him and is like, hey man, you got some problems in your world, you better figure this out. Think about it, Papachu barely has a clue in this world anymore, but can recognize that Brotherchu is getting cheated on, but Brotherchu just has no clue. But this is a real man of mystery. He can discover anything. For Christmas, he got Detective Pikachu and a brand new Dora the Explorer outfit, and he was going to discover all the problems in his life. But here comes Papachu in 1 second, like, man, you gotta get rid of her. And it took him a second to even dump her after that. It's like, Brotherchu, you gotta calm down over here. We know you're just mad she dumped you. You wouldn't be saying none of this if she didn't. But maybe Brotherchu just wasn't feeling putting in all the effort because she only has 20 viewers. Brotherchu is going to jump back and forth between saying the internet stuff doesn't matter to trying to dunk on this girl for only having 20 or so viewers. So what is it? Are you proud and happy that your sister and like technically you have 300 plus viewers whenever you go live? Or does it not matter at all? Because you gotta take a pick. I mean, technically you could say, okay, yeah, the numbers that we have are great, but I still don't care about the internet drama. But the way you're making it seem is that it's a value to someone's personal being, whether they have viewers or not. And this is basically costing you everything with Tophiachu been on the internet when she's like, look, you have 0 lifelines left. That's why you can't afford to mess things up right now, because if you do, well, you're out on the streets. And it's like, Tophiachu, aren't you, Brotherchu and Mamachu on your last line as well? All you've got is each other. You can't go to any other family member because they don't have anything or they're not going to house you. It's just not going to happen. So you're being hypocritical again. This is basically all Tophiachu does throughout this video. It's trying to make comebacks on this girl, but it's just her being a huge hypocrite. And Brotherchu's not much better himself.
And they told me everything uncut, thinking that, oh, they weren't going to tell me. They did.
How is someone dating a high schooler when I'm with this person 24/7? Are you guys stupid?
And let me tell you this. I'll tell you this much too. Is that don't forget, because I know Angie's listening to this. I know that she's clearly watching this. Don't forget who put you there. Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't know anybody.
The only reason why people watch her is to get information and say, what was it like living with Tophia? It's like, she wants to be a compulsive liar and lie. Why don't you ask me what it was like living with her? She didn't change the kitty litter. My brother had to do that. She would literally leave her puppy out of the room and not watch her dog. Me and my mom had to watch the dog until my brother got home from work. She doesn't take care of her pets. Let's really get into it. She had a nasty ass mattress living at her parents' house, letting her room become an outhouse for the animals. And then let's talk about us. We got animal control called on us for caring about her pets she didn't care about. I'll gladly have animal control called on me if I'm taking care of pets she didn't want. I'm tired of people. What was I supposed to do? Let those innocent kitties be sitting outside in the cold at night because her mom left her cats outside?
I want to see her try to go apply back at APS and let's see if she gets taken back. She's not gonna get hired back. She's not gonna get hired at anywhere that involves kids.
All you have
because she got fired from APS for being.
All you have to do is call APS, or you could look up people's records. You could look this shit up online.
I don't know. I don't think you can look up records like that because I think it's personal information. But
you can look up records.
I think it is possible if it's like to that degree. I'm not sure how that works. But if there is records of it, there is records of it. But I'm going to say somebody in a certain somebody's family gave me evidence and gave me proof over the phone. And told me exactly what I need to know and exactly what I need to hear. And that's not coming from my side of the family. That's coming from her side of the family.
Not only that.
I heard that. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to give names. I'm not going to be that type of person. But all I know is somebody told me over the phone evidence that I need to hear.
All you have to do is go to Reddit. Her co-worker came forward and said I was not lying. There's video proof.
I shouldn't be on live right now saying this. I shouldn't be on live, saying any of this. It's just, it's stupid to have to come on and confront this shit. When you just stay quiet and not say shit for so long. But if you're going to sit there talking shit about me, you're going to sit there talking shit about my family, of course I'm going to address it.
He could literally take her to court and sue her for defamation for lying on his name, saying he was messing with a minor. And then if he wins his case, is anyone going to apologize? No, because they love to say, oh, you're predators because of what my dad tweeted.
I'm not.
We don't agree with what he tweeted online.
I wouldn't go as far as taking anybody to court because it's not worth the time and the energy to take somebody to court. She thinks she's damn slick. And she's not. I'll tell you this, when the lights go off and her live ends and the camera shuts down, Nobody's around to see what's going on in the real world. Nobody sees what happens after the live goes off and the camera shut down. She won't show you her phone. She won't show you the real shit that's going on. It's all talk behind the camera. Is what it is with her. It's all talk behind the camera. But maybe I should start recording what happens when I'm out. Maybe I should start recording this stuff so you guys can actually see what the hell goes on when I'm out.
People, there needs to be a whole bunch of people on live when he's with them to have to tell you that Angie ain't shit for you to understand she ain't shit. Because how many people have to tell you? And even if these people wasted their time to tell you guys she ain't shit, you would still be here defending her.
Yeah, you can quickly tell that there is no good guy in this story. When Tophiachu is describing how Brotherchu's ex-girlfriend was treating her animals, it made me just dislike her instantly. Like, I just don't want to hear anything good about her ever again. Just like, nah, it's just not happening. And I know Tophiachu is possibly exaggerating the story to make herself look better. But I will say, if Tophiachu is even telling a tenth of the truth of her pulling the cats in and helping them to have a better life, I'll say, good on her for that. Like, that's awesome. But at the same time, we all know how lazy Tophiachu and her entire family is. Even if she did pull them in from the cold, we know she wasn't taking care of the litter box either. Just because that girl wasn't taking care of it, Tophiachu, that's still your apartment and it still goes down on you when the landlord comes in. So you gotta clean it yourself. I mean, you can yell at her, make her do it eventually, or kick her out. Not only because it's the cleanly thing to do, but because that's taking care of your cats. When the litter box is full, it makes them antsy. Like, they don't like that. It makes them really uncomfortable. So you gotta solve that. And we know there wasn't any care been taken when these animals were in the house. If people were just watching your live streams and noticed that, hey, maybe we should call animal control, and they actually showed up to the place, like, that's not a good thing. When it comes to you, everything gets muddled. That's why it's great to have a person who's seeing it firsthand. That's why people want to talk to Brotherchu's ex-girlfriend. That's why people want to talk to Squid. And when you just freak out and have huge meltdowns about them, it makes their stories seem true. If you just wouldn't respond to it and laugh, people would probably consider them to be fake. But honestly, when you're like, Brotherchu's ex-girlfriend was nasty, her apartment was terrible, it makes me believe it a little bit because, you know, if her room in the apartment is nasty, I couldn't imagine the rest of the house being any different. Did you guys hear Brotherchu when Tophia was starting one of her rants? I feel like when they're at these car meets, this is what happens all the time. Tophiachu about to start to rant about something and Brotherchu just cuts her off. He immediately is like, well, actually, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can get that stuff because it might have something to do with privacy. But just maybe Tophiachu is right. I don't want to hurt her feelings right now, but I mean, we probably can't do that. But we know for 100% fact because some random person on Reddit said Tophiachu is not a liar. And look, guys, I really don't know if the person posting on Reddit claiming that Tophiachu is right was telling the truth. I don't. But what I do know is Tophiachu is a known liar, so you pick your side on this battle.
That's the least of my concerns at this point. If I catch her, I catch her. If I don't, that's fine. She can go share the video or this recording to whoever she wants.
And he's not talking about people, so don't take that as what he's saying.
Like I said, there's already multiple people that have it out for her anyway. And it's nobody online either. It's people in real life.
And we have people for that.
So I ain't one bit concerned because she puts herself in these situations.
Instead of telling me to get a job, why don't you go tell Angie to keep a job? How about that? Because she can never keep a job. Ask her how many jobs she's had. Ask her why she can't keep her fucking job.
I'll tell you, the reason why we're still talking about it is because she wants to sit there and run her mouth. So we'll run our mouth.
I didn't even go live about her. Today I was busy doing something else. And she's the one who went live talking shit.
So as long as she wants to run her mouth, I'm fine with running my mouth. I'm cool. I can probably go all night and run my mouth about her if I wanted to. She wants to sit there and run her mouth, so cool. We'll just have fun. Cause I'm just sitting here laughing, having a good time. She so desperately desires
She
fame.
does this shit and then cries, "Oh, people were showing up at my job. They were saying, 'Are you that girl from online?' And she didn't like it, but she puts herself out there."
Or she was crying, oh, when she was staying at her parents' house, oh, I had dudes showing up to my door, and I have my nieces and nephews there, and my mom's there, and I'm scared. People are showing up to my door, random men knocking on my door. Crying to the cops.
We have nothing to do with that. You put yourself online. Well, that's what you're asking for. No, she's the one who's been live. I haven't said a shit thing about her.
Whether you guys hate us or not, you gotta admit you're having a good time. Whether it's talking shit about us, talking shit about Angie, you guys have a good time. I know you guys do.
400 people in here.
I know you guys do.
Because it's strong.
Whether you like us or not, you talking shit about us gives you something to do in your life, and I'm happy about that.
Because they got nothing.
If that makes you happy, then cool. It makes you happy. Talking shit about us makes you happy, cool. If that makes Angie happy, cool. If she wants to be famous, we'll make her famous.
Y'all love to sit here and talk about how we're bad people, but yet you sit there and watch that Leslie, who fucking had pictures she was sending. Then you defend Nova, diaper wearing dude, and then you defend that piece of shit on live that people only watch her because they want information of how it was to live with me. Why don't you ask me how it was to live with her? And why my dad had to force her to change the kitty litter because her cats were in our bathtub. Why doesn't she talk about how my dad walked in and caught her cheating? Talking to some dude smiling and laughing on the phone and my brother wasn't there. She won't tell you that shit. She loves to talk shit about my dad, but he caught her cheating. Well, she was staying there. And he said, yeah, I know she was cheating. Because she was on the phone giggling, laughing, smiling to whoever she was talking to.
Tophiachu, Brotherchu was definitely talking about getting into an altercation with his ex-girlfriend. It's like, first off, Brotherchu, you're a dude. No matter how mad she's got you, you can't get into an altercation with her. At the most, maybe Tophiachu can, but it's like you heard her in the background, and we all hear Tophiachu every single video. I just don't think she's capable of it at this point. But even she's like, nah, we don't do that. We got people for it. It's like, what people, Tophiachu? You're acting like you're in the mafia or something, but you literally live in your car and scrounge up change for 1 pound bag of Doritos. Like, you don't have people for anything. Maybe a scalper for Comic-Con, but I don't even think they would mess with you at this point. You'd probably blow their cover on TikTok and just ruin their whole business. So to even imagine that you could call someone up and be like, hey, you know Brotherchu's ex-girlfriend? Yeah, unfortunate as it is, it's going to have to happen. And then they go and handle business for you. It's like, Tophiachu, that'll just never happen in a million years. If you get to that point, you can rub it in all of our faces. Just like you was saying last video I made on you, where you want to get rich and drive around and rub your money into all your detractors' face. Well, go ahead. If you can pull this one off, I'll take the L. And I bet there's a ton of people in the comment section who would take that L right along with me. And when it comes to people showing up at this girl's job, I've already said how much I dislike her already. But no one would like that. Tophiachu, you've mentioned how much you would despise if people were calling your imaginary jobs. Like, you were freaking out about that. So don't act like this is not a big deal and it's just expected to happen. Many people work a job online and a job in real life. That's not an insane thing to happen. And you know what? Most people don't show up to the work. It's to the point where Brotherchu doesn't even claim you, which makes it that much funnier that Brotherchu's laughing about this. It's like, dude, there's a video of you getting spotted in your car, and when someone's like, hey, aren't you Brotherchu? You're like, oh no, not me. But I do get that a lot. Isn't that weird? It's like both of you right now have been the biggest hypocrites possible, but you can't even recognize it.
I gotta say to her is that I know she likes to come out. I know she likes to go to meets. So instead of her making excuses of why she can't get out of the car, next time she's at a meet, I like to see her park and get out of the car. At least walk around and try to talk to people. I would love to see it instead of her making excuses why she can't get out of the car. Oh, I had to go to work. Oh, we just stopped to just stroll by and leave.
She's trying.
I would love to see her get out of the car and actually talk to some people. I would love to see it happen.
The only reason why she goes to meets is to force people to be friends with her that don't want to be friends with her. So she could say, look, I got friends. Why would you go to meets and force yourself to be there when no one wants you there? Why do you go where you're not wanted? Why would I cry over a piece of shit? She's a non.
No, they're saying that I'm crying.
Oh, I live
That's
out of
funny.
a car. I have too much to worry about than to worry about some bitch on live who spreads false narratives because her stupid can't do shit. She was over here talking about when at the apartment we lived at, talking about he better not give her that car. You don't deserve the car anyways either, bitch. And the only reason why you had cars was because my brother bought them for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shit. And yes, maybe I did go to Comic-Con, but most of the money after that went to towing and to take care of the upkeep of these cars. So, hanging out with these people, cause she won't show you shit because she has nobody. If she's really got friends, why don't you ask her to show herself having friends? Why don't you tell her, hey, show us you hanging out with these people and talking to these people? She can't show you shit. She got nobody. The only person she's got is the person she latches onto, because that's why she only gets with men, is because she's lonely. She has nobody. People, and this is not shaming, people that are with a lot of men are lonely. They have nobody in their lives. I don't have to get with all these men to feel validated and to feel like I have a life. I don't need a man to prove that I have a life. It's crazy.
The only reason why she wanted to come around was to get more dirt on my family. And the only reason why I invited her around to get the evidence that I needed, which I found all the evidence that I needed. So that's cool. That's perfectly fine.
If that's, I can rent. I had the money too. I had $3,000. I could rent anywhere I want. I don't have an eviction. Ask her why she has to live with people and she can't rent anywhere. Because she owes $2,000 that she hasn't even paid off to rent anywhere. She talks about how, oh, I'm going to pay it off. Oh, I'm going to get an apartment. She's probably not even on the lease because she owes $2,000. Even our apartment told us when we tried to put her on the lease. Why don't you ask her to show the room that she's in? Why is it whenever she goes live, she's always in the dark? Especially when she went live at her house. She never showed you what her room looked like. And yes, our apartment was not the greatest. Dad didn't like our apartment being dirty at all.
For the people saying that it's late at night and that we're grown and that this is stupid and childish, or they're not on our side, cool, it doesn't matter.
Why don't you go ask her the same shit?
Just be grateful we're on here giving you guys tea and giving you guys shit that you guys
She's been live longer than me talking shit about me, and I didn't even go live about her until now. Cardi B saw my video and I didn't even tag her. Rascal Flats knows who I am. Cardi B. BB Rixa. I even got posted on Billy Joel's Insta story talking about, oh, you want fame? People knows who the f I am. They go viral talking about me. They get views. I've been getting more views than anybody. My largest video has over 50 million views. 60 if you're counting the one that went viral for 10 million. On top of that, I have over hundreds of millions of views.
She's not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. She has more respect for people in this life, because I guess this is what she does for a living.
The double meltdown. It might have been the first time since I've ever heard Brotherchus speak, but it doesn't seem that much different from Tophiachu, so it's like I've been missing nothing at all. They freak out about the exact same stuff, go on the exact same tangents. I couldn't imagine being stuck in that car. No wonder Mama Chu is sleeping during all of these live streams anymore. But I guess that's enough for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and follow the socials down below. And don't forget to subscribe to Hat. They're the only reason this video was possible. They're an amazing channel. Go follow them. I'll catch you next time.